Hey, welcome back to the shop. It's really good to see you here again. Hi, my name is Dan. Welcome back to the shop. It's good to see you again. Kind of like I showed you here though, this place is in a big disarray right now. We've got several projects all running at the same time. In the airplane, this is the wing for the Flying King. I'm once again right in the middle of it. I'm busy putting this one together, and I'll walk you through where I'm at with it today. But other than that, I've got a table over there that's getting stained. And let's see what else we got. This looks like a train wreck back here, but it has to do with the motion of, you know, when you're working on a wing in a couple different pieces. So this has got it's got the center, but it's also got the outer panels, and they all need to be assembled. And this table is not quite long enough to do the whole thing on. So what I've been doing is, you know, I would go ahead and work on, like right here, I've put the outer panel to the center here. And now next I'm going to have to do the other outer panel on the other side, but I'm going to have to clean everything off and move it over so I've got the room to do it. And so it's a matter of everything comes off, goes back here. That looks like crap, doesn't it? Holy crud. Okay, so anyways, that's all that stuff back there. But then, you know, there's stuff that you can't see that's kind of in the background here. I am in a very tight spot, I can't really move. I mean, I can kind of dance back here. But, you know, that's it. Can't dance over there. There's too much stuff there. But anyways, further on, the reason why we've got so much stuff going on out here right now is because, well, we're getting ready to move. And it's, you know, we're only moving a few miles away to a house that we recently bought. But the nice part about this house, this is going to be great. I'm so excited about it. The nice part about the new house is it has a proper shop. It's going to be awesome. The shop in the new house is roughly, I think it's about 2.5 times what I've got here. Right here, I've got one bay of a garage. The rest of the garage is over there. It's got all the storage of the motorcycles and camping supplies, and everything else that we kind of store is over on that side of the garage. So it takes up space, that space I don't have to use. But the new shop is going to be roughly 2 times this, and it's not going to have to share anything. I'm not going to have the heating and cooling system located out in it to be running interference background noise all the time. I will have one refrigerator, but I won't have the additional freezer and all that other stuff back there to also make noise. And it's just a bigger area to work with. Plus, I'll be able to work on other projects with, you know, besides building model airplanes, there's other things that I like to do. There's other things that I like to build and work with wood. And you know, as you can see by most of the tools hanging on the wall back here, I don't use any of them for building model airplanes. Like that power stapler, that would be kind of cool. Just take a wing and put it together with that. No, it doesn't happen. But I do like to do a lot of other types of building as well. So this shop is going to be able to handle that without a big, you know, one time. The problem with having the one bench in the middle here is this bench is going to be working on one project. I guess my ultimate dream would be to like have a warehouse that I have like 6 tables in, and I would just be able to go from table to table and work on individual projects on each one of those. That's the dream. But, you know, with that comes a big expense, and you know, that's just not the way it's ever going to be. So if I can get a shop that's a little bit bigger, where I could be building a plane on, maybe assembling a plane on another table, and then also, here's the nice part about this shop, it is going to have storage in it. So remember that storage unit that I took you to, and all of my kids are in there, you know, all of the different fuselage and all the wings on the walls, and then plus all the parts spread out over the shelves on the top. Well, that's all going to be able to come and stay in this shop, and it'll all be in one central place. So I won't have to be getting in the car and driving a few miles to go get to parts that I need to be assembling. So this is going to be a good opportunity. But today I wanted to just kind of get you up to speed on where we are with the Flying King. And this is going to be tough because anytime you're building a plane and moving, there's a chance for disorganization. You know, parts will be strewed everywhere, so I got to make sure I keep all the parts together during the move. And then also the hanger rash issues that'll happen. And so these are things that I got to concentrate on, but I'm trying to get this wing completely done, so I'm not, you know, in the part of having to move pieces of it and hope that nothing happens to them. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But today, this is where we are. I've got the outer panel on this one, and later on today I'm going to start working on the the left-hand panel. But this is the way that they go. You build the center first, and then you build the outer panels, and then you assemble them. And they've got these dihedral braces. I'll do a little close-up of the one that we got back here, that are the joiner right here in the wing. So this part is made of aircraft ply. This is very stout stuff. And the way it works is it sits right where the shear webs of this plan is, to join this wing, and it makes a stronger point here. Then basically there's a second rib, and they kind of goo together here. You glue it all together and stick it together, and it's a good strong joint. However, there's going to be more to it. So the next step is going to be, I'm going to add the sheeting. There's going to be a sheeting that's going to cover up this rib bay, and let's see, on the bottom side is where the servo is going to be, on the bottom of this particular bay here, and it'll work the aileron out here. So what else? Oh, and then on top of that, there's also going to be a strip of fiberglass that's going to go over this entire joint, over the sheeting, wrap around and underneath too. So there's going to be some inherent strength in here, and this is by the way what they call a polyhedral wing. Poly meaning multiple, and hedral meaning hedral, like dihedral. But most planes, you see that they usually put the dihedral brace right in the exact center of the wing. And what the dihedral does, as far as models are concerned, is it kind of helps build stability in flight, and a little bit of self-correctedness, and a little bit more docileness, I guess is a word, if that's really a word. Docile. So the way that it works is by having the panels, you know, coming out at an angle. Supposedly you have lift on either side, and then you've got the main weight of the fuselage right at the bottom of that lift. So what happens is it'll tend to kind of self-correct itself. Now if you look at earlier kits, there was a manufacturer way back in the day called Ben Buckle, and they created these planes that I think were mostly for free flight. I don't believe that they used them for remote control or control line or anything like that. But they have these hugely sloped wings on them. They all look the same. They have these hugely sloped wings on them. They had a little motor on the front. It was generally a gas motor that had a certain amount of time before it would stop. And so I think that these were all free flight, and what you would do is fire up the engine and then throw it, and then go get your moped or mini bike or whatever and get ready to chase it, because you never knew where it was going to come down. It could be like 6 miles down the road, because if it caught a thermal, that's what they were trying to do with these things. It would go way, way up in the air. And, you know, if they caught a thermal, those things could move into the next county if you're not careful. So you just kind of went and followed them. And, but anyways, they had a very high dihedral on them. And so if you ever find a picture of one of those, you'll see that they have that to it. And it's supposed to help it be, you know, a lot slower stall speed and very much more stable. And that's the meaning behind it. Now on Bruce's kit, this is pretty cool the way he did it, is he made the center flat, and then the outer sections are polyhedrals, because there's two of them, one here and then one on the other wing panel when we put it there. This is let's see, when we built the wing, these are set at 92 degrees. So that's the cant on them. I think it puts a total of 4 to the outside. So it's got about a 4-degree cant in this side and also on the other side. And it'll give it a lot more stability. This is a very docile flyer. I like that word docile, I guess. Docileness. I don't think that's a word. But anyhow, so that's where I'm at on this wing here. I'll be putting the second one on there, and then the next step will be to build the flaps and the ailerons on here and getting the system set up in there. We've got the paper tube in the middle here that's going to be housing the cable from the servo all the way to the center section of the wing, so it can go into the body of the airplane from there. But that's where I'm at with this. So I just wanted to catch you up on where we're at, And if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop them into the comments. Once again, this is the Bruce Tharpe Engineering Flying King. And this particular one is going to have the electric conversion on it. So I know that I've been kind of busy and haven't been able to keep you up on the step-by-step of this one, but I've got to kind of hurry on this one because I'm supposed to be hitting this for a deadline for a day which we'll be doing the maiden flying on it. It's getting pretty close, and now with this move in the middle of it, I'm not exactly sure if I'll be able to attend that after all, but I still want to finish this plane because it's going to be a nice plane to have. So anyways, that's where I'm at today, and I better get out of here. So have a wonderful day, and I hope that you're building something really cool too. Thanks. Talk to you later.